up, guys? Welcome back to the BigBassDreams channel. Temporarily the Float and Fly channel. Check it out. Keeper spot here on an interestingly fun technique. We're out with my man Matt Frazier, probably Kolich in the back, Black Dog hiding down in the console. But it is winter. At least 3 of us are cold. Normally I really wouldn't be coaxed into coming out to the lake to freeze, but today's special. We're out here fishing deep, clear water. It is straight up winter and cold. We're catching some fish. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my channel. Riley's got one too. You can follow Matt on the gram. We're gonna break down how we're catching them on a bobber of all things. This is awesome.
Little float and fly. All right, first thing you gotta do is you got this little line tie, and it's on a tube. You see right through that tube? So what you're gonna do is just feed your line through that tube. You're gonna take that tube and slide your line up as far as you want your bobber stop to be. So the depth you're going to fish, this is how far up your line this needs to be. So grab both tag ends, and all you do is pull tight. And you want to have this as tight as you can possibly get it, hand tight. You're gonna cut these tag ends as close as you possibly can. This isn't something you have to worry about pulling out like a regular knot. This will help it go through your guides better when you're casting. If you leave those tag ends too long, you're gonna have a miserable time casting. Next little component to this is your bead. You're gonna feed that on your line. That's gonna rest against your bobber stop and not allow your bobber stop to go through your slip bobber. I like to use a little Thill slip bobber. It's got the metal insert on top. That'll save you a lot of hassle. It'll cut a groove if you're using plastic ones if you're bass fishing all day, and what it'll do is actually catch your line and not let your fly sink. So, and there's another little technique that's really good, is take the bottom of that bobber and cut it at an angle so it's not a perfect circle on the bottom. That's gonna, the eye of your fly, when you're casting, this is gonna be sitting on the eye of your fly. When you cast it out there, the eye gets stuck if it's a round hole. So if you cut it at an angle, it takes that away. That way it releases the fly and you're actually fishing it instead of being stuck to your bobber after you cast. That'll save you a lot of headache. Took me a year to figure that out.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, no problem. So you got your bobber stop, your bead, your slip bobber, and then you just tie directly to your fly. Any fly your choice. Everybody always feels like they're doing something wrong when it's sitting on top of their fly like that, but that's exactly what you want. This makes it castable, so now you can cast this thing a long ways if you need to.
Why am I not laying over or standing up? Alright, note to yourself. Your bobber doesn't stand up, it just stays laid over. You might have a bass. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you.
Solid weight on the bottom.
Lay down, guys.
Friends.
Okay. Oh, it's a beast. Can't even lift it, flip it.
Get it together.
Once again, bobber was standing straight up and I was working it off the bank and it laid over because this fish ate the fly and swam up. Silly fish.
Yeah, they really do. This blue and white's my favorite by far.
Oh, is it? Okay.
By far. The olive and white's really good. They have a baby bass color. It's basically all of them. Well, you got one. A better one.
Nice. Get that underwater shot of it coming in, baby. Right here on the right.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Float fly, yeah, the little olive and white came into play this time. Oh boy. There we go. Beautiful little spotted bass. Thank you, sir.
Catch him. Catch him with a flooded spoon. Oh!
That's a better fish, I think. Better one, I think. A lot bigger head shakes. Hasn't ran yet. We got a real spotted bass now.
Hey.
Just a tough one. He's a still, man, he's a tough guy, but still, he's better.
Good fish. Put him in the box.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's pretty. Man, he had some shoulders. He got a four. There you go. Yeah, bobber down.
Bobber. Damn. You guys notice I'm not really swinging with the braid. I'm just winding fast. And they're getting it. Light line, finesse tactics. Fun. And a bobber. That's the best part about all of this. We're catching them with bobbers.
Never just the hole.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Here. This is pretty cool. Oh, floating flying. Matt Frazier. Not a fan of the cold, but I'm a big fan of this man. I'm a big fan of the bobber going under. If you guys struggle to find fish and catch fish when your water temps drop below the 55-degree mark in your area, and especially if you got spotted bass in your area, give this a try, because I mean, how many bites conservatively do you think we had today?
Conservative, 35?
He said this is the worst day of bobber fishing he's had. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And we had 35 bites and probably 20 something fish. It's been a lot of fun. Real simple technique, really takes us back to the days of my youth and targeting panfish and even trout with the bobber. Used to fish a lot of small tube jigs under a bobber for trout, crappie, and all the live bait stuff for bluegill and red ear. So this hits me right in the feels. Sometimes I would wonder why you wouldn't just throw the hair jig or the fly without the bobber.
It does work.
It does work, but I feel like the efficiency of this vertical style presentation out away from the boat is where its strength is. Because you can cast it next to submerged trees, rock walls, and whatever the target is without having to get right on top of the fish like we've been watching them on that screen all day long. Don't scoff until you try it. It's a real thing. Float and fly, eating spotted bass. Good times.
And those guys right there wish they knew how to float and fly.
Some of the best yet. Some of the best yet. They bite like that, like that, like that. Big bass, double digits.
Kick up the fire right on top.
Low fall, blast off, trying to get some cast off. Doing this here for years, get my pass on. Stream mask on, putting in work. Snap back, got me focused, never settle on a shirt. I missed one and hit one, man, that's getting some. 2, 3, 4, 5 more, come on, that's ripping up. The way the bass smith sticking, the way my